Is it broadcasting? Hold on. Hey everybody, it's Sansa right here, and I'm doing my weekly conversations with men. You guys know that every Friday I post a conversation with me and a successful black man. And sometimes during the week I might do a broadcast with one of my Facebook friends. And El Boogie over here is one of my Facebook friends, so he's going to introduce himself.
All right,
Go ahead,
what's
El.
going on? What's going on? They call me Lindsay, not L Boogie, Lindsay. 35, single dad. Um, I have three jobs actually. I have two security jobs, and I do in-home care for my mom. Um,
That's it.
and I'm single.
Okay, like before I started the broadcast, you were telling me um, about it. Like, what were you going to say? Do you remember?
Yeah. I think a lot of brothers are very intimidated by sisters, and I think it's more so. Um, a lot of them, a lot of men, especially a lot of friends of mine, they didn't have very good relationships with their moms. So, in turn, they weren't taught how to treat a woman. They weren't taught how to, show appreciation to a woman. They weren't taught these things. So, a lot of men are intimidated when they come across a woman because they haven't been taught how to deal with a black woman. So, that's been in my experience. I don't know other people, but in my experience, I think intimidated because they just don't know how to deal or how to accept a black woman for who she
Do
is.
you feel? I mean, I thought. Well, this is just me as a woman. I thought
Mm.
that men learn how to take care of women or treat women when they have a decent relationship with their father. So you're saying they didn't have a decent relationship with their father or mother?
Pretty much, pretty much, because if the father was, you know, excuse my language, an a-hole, or he treated women or his mom a certain way, he's going to pick up that habit. And it's the same thing with the mother. If she is constantly with dudes that are just, terrible, horrible, and they grow up and see that, that's how they're gonna interpret it. So basically, a lot of men that I know, they grew up in single parent homes, like single moms, not so much single dads, some single dads, but mostly single moms, and their moms, a lot of them had revolving doors of dudes just coming, and they picked up a lot of those habits. And so with them having those habits, it's like when they're adults, they don't know how to treat a woman or treat a black woman. They don't know how to, because they seen their mom with the revolving door of men, so they're just automatically assuming, okay, well, I can go from this woman to this woman to this woman. So I think
Do you
that's what a
think
lot
that?
of it is.
Do you think that that experience that same thing?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Do you think women experience the same thing and handle relationships the same way?
Absolutely, absolutely. It goes both ways. With the father, if he's constantly with terrible, horrible women, and she picks up on different habits. I know a lot of women who had single fathers, and their fathers had a revolving door of women. Same thing. It's the respect factor. It really boils down to the respect factor. I don't think enough black men respect black women and the different struggles that they go through and have been through.
How long you been single?
Um, Not that long, about 3, 4 months or so.
That's you right. That's not long at all because I've been single for 5 years.
Woo. How you do that?
So, huh?
How do you do that?
Well, with me, it's I think 5 years ago I was like really transitioning from monogamous relationships to polyamorous relationships, because monogamy was very, very difficult. It almost seemed like everything was one-sided. Like inside of the relationship, I would be putting my all into the relationship, and I wouldn't be getting that same thing back in return to the man that I was dating. So I just was like, they would cheat and stuff. So it was like, well, why be in a committed relationship if I'm going to have a man who's going to cheat anyway? So I just was like, fuck it. And ever since then, I've been polyamorous, and I've been very, very picky in relation to who I will be in a relationship with. Right. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is it. But
I'll say something, but go ahead.
What? No, you can say whatever. What? What's up?
I can't say it, but go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Why can't you say it? What's wrong? What you trying to hide? I don't like that. I don't like when I'm talking to people and they like have a filter because they're scared to say certain things. Don't do that.
I'll say it to you. It's like I'll give you an example. Like me, I'm old school when it comes to my relationships. Like I believe I'm supposed to lead, do what I got to do, and I hold it up. She's right here beside me. We holding it up together. That's what I believe in. I think a lot of my relationships, I've been with a lot of women who've been broken, and a lot of them, a lot of sisters I've been with that have been broken, and because they're broken, I'm a nice guy. I try to mend it, and I've mended a few, but a lot of them lately, it's been really hard. A lot of them are real aggressive. I'm aggressive, but to an extent, and I don't know. It's just when I heard you say that you've been single for 5 years, I'm like, okay, well, that decent guy, and I'm like, wow, okay. I've known you for a little while.
I know, but it's been put it like this. Okay, so every time
that's what I want to know. What's wrong with me?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What do you mean what's wrong with you?
I've been trying to talk to you for years.
First of all, you never ever came at me aggressively. You never asked me out. You remember asking me out specifically?
You know what? No,
you never asked me out. You never was just flat out like, let's go out. Now I could see why you wouldn't want to do something like that, because you have to understand Facebook is one of those places where everybody trying to holler at me. It's always guys in my inbox. It's always been like that.
Right.
So when you got all of these guys trying to get at you all of the time online, you got to be extremely selective about who you choose. And so, mind you, me and you are having conversations, just cordial conversations, right, on Facebook. Right. Meanwhile, I'm having these same cordial conversations with other guys. So it's like, what are you doing that is showing that you are any different from any of the other guys who are all in my inbox? So that's why I tell people all the time, I don't date online like that. Like when I get in a relationship with somebody, it's somebody I met in person. It's not somebody I met on Facebook or online.
Okay.
So you would have had to meet me out somewhere first, and then I'm serious. It's not that I'm like just specifically rejecting you or something's wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you.
I don't think that at all.
Yeah, it's not at all. Do you think women think something wrong with you often?
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you the biggest thing is because they don't like the way I look. I mean, I'm handsome. I'm just saying, but it's. They don't like the way I look. I don't know what it is. I'm a big guy, so it's like, okay, I'm a big guy. I wear glasses. Okay, I wear glasses. Like I don't know what it is. I'm a big dude. I'm a nice guy. I work for a living. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get it. Oh,
I'm gonna tell you.
I think I know what it is.
I'm gonna tell you what I was telling another guy on Saturday when we and him went out on a date, and he's about 6'4", and he's overweight. And so I said to him, it's not your weight that is a problem for women. Okay, for some women it could be because some women like to work out, but it's not your weight. It's how you carry your weight. Like there are clothes out there and styles out there for men your size that fit you perfect. I mean, think about this. How old are you? 32?
35.
You're
Just turned
35.
30.
You remember Heavy D?
Yeah.
Women loved him. You know why? He carried himself, the way that he would dress himself, the way that he was just confident in himself. But a lot
Hmm.
of guys who are overweight, or just guys in general, what they're missing is like that charisma,
Right.
that little tinge of arrogance that men who are really, really fine have. You know,
Well,
you ever been to,
see, that's the
huh?
thing. Have I have that, and it's like
No, you don't. I'm talking to you and I can tell you don't have it. What are you talking about? If you had it, I would tell you that you have it.
I would tell you like this.
You don't have it.
I don't have it
Mm-mm. No.
yet.
No. Listen, it's not something that I have to. No woman, we can pick up on it from the very first conversation. We don't have to be standing in front of you. It's something that we can just notice right when
Mm,
we first start talking to you. Because it's a like, okay, it's the tone of your voice, it's the words that you use, it's your vernacular, it's um the kind of glasses you wear, the
mm,
kind of shirts that you wear. Like you got to know what you can wear that will accentuate your body. Or you know how, for example, I have a big head, right? My head is humongous, especially in the front.
okay.
But I know that if I put some bangs on and a certain kind of bangs, I will look really, really pretty to a lot of guys because
Right.
I know how to enhance certain things. For example, I have pretty eyes, not my contact lenses, but my eyes in general. So the reason why I wear the contact lenses is to accentuate my eyes, the shape of my eyes. So people
Okay.
think, it's beautiful. It's the same thing with my lip gloss. I know I have beautiful lips. I know what colors I can and cannot wear on my lips. So as a man, you have to know what kind of hats you can wear, what kind of glasses you can wear that will make you look better. So it's not that you're an ugly guy. It's just you can put on some accessories and make yourself a hell of a lot better, where women will do a double take every time you walk by. And it doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be, you have to just get a stylist. For
It's
real, I'm
funny.
serious.
It's
What?
funny you said that because I got a friend. I got a best friend. 15 years, my homegirl, like solid, and she's like, she said basically the same thing. She's like, "You're not a bad looking dude." She's like, "Just let me fix you a little bit."
Mm-hmm.
So I just haven't got to her yet to let me fix me a little bit. But she's like, "You're not a bad looking dude. Like you're." Oh, so I guess I'll take your advice on that. I'll take your advice on that.
I mean,
I
I'm,
never
I'm
thought.
not telling you to be superficial or anything, but when you first meet in women, it's how they look at you first. It's the first thing they do. So that's how you get them the first time. That's your invitation right there. Just
Right.
by physical looks. That's why so many fine ass men who are assholes still get women. Because a lot of these women, I'm serious, and it's vice
You got
versa.
a point. Yeah.
Yeah,
You got.
it's vice versa. You like that with women too. Yeah.
Um. I
Come
ain't
on
gonna.
now. If I was butt ugly, you would not be sitting here asking me about what's wrong with you. Why haven't I tried to holler at you?
Real talk. Um. I don't even do the look thing. I swear to God, I really, really don't. And I could show you an ex of mine, and you'll be like, "Wow." But no, I don't. The looks, I don't care about that. I don't care about how you look. I hate saying this, but if you just real cool, if I could bring you around my mom, my daughter, and my daughter right off the bat, she'll tell you like she'll be like, I like her or I don't like her. She'll be like, "Daddy, yeah, Daddy, no." So if you can get past my mom and my daughter, I, more power to you. Don't matter. Don't matter.
So you got a good relationship with your mom.
It took a while. It took a while. Um, I was raised by my grandmother. She passed in 2013, and me and my mom, we had a bit of a rocky relationship with my mom. It wasn't until about a year before my grandma passed that me and her started getting real tight.
Sorry, we're coming back.
It's all right. But, but yeah, it's like it's been a little while, but we're cool now. Like, love my mom, world's best mom.
Okay, I'm gonna need for you to move because you know you in people way. You get up off the stairs. Well, I mean, does your daughter have a good relationship with her mom?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, as far as I was married to my daughter's mom.
Okay.
Um, I was married for 4 years. We were together for 7. We were married for 4 of the 7. So
Wow.
yeah, yeah. I'm a commitment dude. Like when I'm in a relationship, you with me, you not finna get rid of me.
Most guys
Yeah,
aren't trying to do that. You know.
no, yeah, that's the thing with me. Like I want commitment. Like I don't need. I'm 35. Like it's hard dating at 35.
It
Not easy.
is.
It's hard. It's hard.
Well,
But
well, it's been hard for
I
me
just
the
want
whole
that.
time.
I want that commitment from her. That's all I want. If she can give me honesty, commitment, respect, I'm good.
What about sex? I'm just saying. You didn't mention it, so I just want to know.
um, okay, I'm a Scorpio. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. All right, I got you. We can leave it at that. I already know how to go. I already know. Well, I mean, I think that do you think the reason why we are having a hard time dating over the age of 30 or 35 because of social media?
Because of social media, yes. And the reason I'm saying that is because there's a lot of women. There's a lot of sisters. They're twerking every 5 minutes. They're in the strip club. They making it rain. They half naked. I'm not gonna lie. I subscribe to a few little booty channels and whatnot on Facebook. I ain't gonna lie, but I think it's just the fact that it's so glorified of how sisters are so easy. It's saying that sisters are real easy, and a lot of brothers think, okay, well, I can do every woman like that, and or every man thinks, oh yeah, whatever, and it's not like that. And I think social media plays a big part in that because of the different things that you see and the different images of the women that you see. You don't see a lot
Well,
of. I'm sorry, you just don't see a whole lot of white women doing their twerk thing. I
well,
haven't.
here's the thing. So, there are white women that do it. Remember,
Okay.
I don't know. You said you've been we known each other for a while, so you know that at one point in time I was a model and I had
Yes,
lingerie pictures. Yes, you
I,
remember.
I've seen your pictures.
Yes. So a lot of men didn't know how to decipher the difference between that being what I do for a living versus
Right,
is this who I am in real life. Like
right,
people still think that I was just a promiscuous woman. This is why I was so comfortable with modeling lingerie. No, because the whole time I was modeling, I was in a committed relationship with one guy.
right,
So it's
right.
like a lot of people was thinking because I took those kind of pictures, that's the kind of woman I was. Now I want you as a man to keep in mind that the reason why women do this stuff is
Uh-huh.
because that's the only time we're praised. See, girls be wanting likes and shit and shares and shit. And in order to get those things, you have to be really, really sexy. You have to be half naked. You have to be twerking. You have to be doing whatever just to get that level of attention from men. Because men
Right,
aren't trying to get to understand a woman's mind here. They don't give a fuck about our personalities. They don't
right,
care if we're smart or not. They want to
right,
know, Is the pussy good? Do we look good? Can we, stupid shit, right? So, and we're talking about majority of men here.
Right.
So, women aren't doing this stuff simply because, oh, they feel like doing it. They're doing this stuff because they want the attention of men. And majority of the time, this is what men want. So when you have men who don't want these things, it's very difficult for men to find women who are genuinely not, these kinds of women. But media portrays us as that. Like, think about it. Everybody try to pretend like they ain't having sex or they don't want to have sex. But everything in media, from our music to our movies to our TV shows, all are sexually driven. Think about it. Especially our black shows. Our black shows, people cheating on each other, people lying to each other, people having casual sex, people having side chicks. Reality TV, don't even get me started on that. So, glam to black women is weave, high sex appeal, and a fat ass, because that's all you see in media.
True.
You agree?
I do. I do agree. It's I know for me, just as I've gotten older, I'm looking for a different. But when I was younger, oh yeah, didn't think that. Ray, listen. If I told you who I really, if I told you who I was when I was like 18 to like 25, you'd be like, what the hell? Because I love when I was like 18, 19. I stayed at those things.
Yeah,
yeah, that dude, I do not deny it. But as I've gotten older, no, I don't freak those. No, I don't freak those type of chicks. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like the nice next guy. I like a nice set of breasts, just like the next guy. But that don't necessarily mean if you didn't have both, but you was a cool chick, I'd still probably talk to you. But a lot of I agree with what you were saying though. A lot of the women have to basically keep up with the Joneses. So
right.
yeah.
Because I can tell you like this, I stopped posting pictures like that. Do you know, I used to get 300 to 400 likes on a picture, and now if I post a headshot of me just going like this, I only get like 5 people. I only get like 5 likes. They're like, oh, hey, beautiful, sexy. But okay, so I have another question. Do you think that you said something about non-black women? So do you feel like non-black women are better in the personality department? And if you think so, why do you think they're like that?
Well, let me tell you like this. You will never, ever, as a black man, hear me talk and say that any one of those women are better than black women, or in the personality department. No way. I don't get me wrong. Have I dated white women or women of other races? Of course I have. When I was younger, yes, absolutely. But in the last few years, I'm gaining more knowledge of who I am and my place as a black man, black woman. So her personality shines way better than most. But I think, like I said before, I think a lot of men, for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't know what the blockage is when it comes to sisters, but I think they're fantastic. I think all sisters are awesome. They got something to offer. All of them do. I don't know why so many men and black men are going the other way instead of sticking with sisters.
Well, you did say a lot of women aren't twerking, and they aren't doing a whole bunch of ratchet behavior. So that's why I asked you about personality.
That too, but at the same time, as far as personality, it's like you said, uh, sisters have to keep up with the Joneses because they're not appealing to other men anymore. Well, they are to white guys, I guess, um, but yeah, I just think personality wise, on a deeper level, far ahead of everybody else. I don't think that I don't even think it's an even playing field. I'm gonna be just completely honest. I think sisters have way more personality, but they have to keep up with the Joneses. So you don't get to see that. You get to see her twerking and doing the different things.
Yeah.
With other races of women, you don't get to see that. You get to see more of their personality. So then, because you see more of their personality, you think, oh, okay, yeah, they're more this, that, and the other, because you see sisters trying to get all the attention because all the attention is on the other side.
I think that non-black women are very, very beautiful. Um, I think there
Absolutely.
are, yeah, I think there are also a lot of beautiful black women out there. But for a long time, I thought that black men wanted non-black women because they were more attractive. Like they had real hair that was long.
Sisters have
Um,
need to stop perming.
well, yeah, I know that's me. That's me. I stopped perming.
Yeah.
I stopped perming. I wear natural hair, and now my hair is like it's big and long. And it only got that way when I stopped relaxing it, because before that I couldn't grow it out.
Right.
So it's not as flowy as theirs. Like, if the wind blows, it's not gonna be all, but it's still big and beautiful. So I also thought that I hear men say that non-black women are better at family. So this goes back to the thing you said about black men not having good relationships with their mothers. So
But as far as family go, man, like most of the sisters I've dated are family orientated. So it was like, and that's the plus for me because my family side is real small. So you got to be like integrated in the family anyway. So yeah, you definitely got to come to the family gathering, barbecue, all that stuff. But yeah, as far as family go, yeah, I see a lot of sisters. They had a lot of sisters on my friends list who got families, been married 10
yeah,
years.
I see that a lot. Like I see a lot of family-oriented women with their kids and their husbands and stuff on Facebook. Like every chick I went to high school with, they all married. So sometimes I used to look at myself and try to figure out why I'm not married yet. But I think it's because I like her. They stay home and chase family.
Right.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing. So I went on a date recently, and me and my date, we went to go see Kevin Hart.
Okay.
And yeah, we went to go see the movie. What Now? The movie.
Okay.
And so before the movie started, we were sitting at the parking lot. We were sitting in the parking lot in the car, and we were watching people go by. And they had just released the movie, so it was a whole bunch of people. So we noticed that every black man that walked by, he walked by himself with his kids. And
Right.
any black woman that walked by, she either was by herself or with her friends, her female friends. And if you saw a black man who did have a family, it was an interracial marriage. And he
That's
was out with his whole family. He had his kids and his wife with him. And any
right.
white person I saw, any non-black person I saw, all of them had their family with them.
Right.
Now, do you see that where you live?
Okay, I live in California. I live in Sacramento, and I grew up out here. So, and I grew up in San Francisco. So, in California, it's more, I call it cosmopolitan. So you see a lot of, you know, homosexual relationships. You see a lot of interracial relationships. I've seen that like most of my life. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely, definitely. Honest, I don't like it in particular. I'm not a fan of it. And don't get me wrong, like I said in my past, yes, I've been with a couple. But as I've gotten older, I'm like more. I don't know. It just bothers me, especially when I see a sister with a white man. Like it just bothers me. I don't know why it does. It just bothers me. I don't know why.
Why?
Um,
Like, think about it. Like,
uh,
why?
and I don't know. I don't know why. I'm gonna tell you the real reason why.
I know you know why. Try to play me.
Uh, the reason why is because we got history, like a really bad history, and it's repeating itself right now. You see it all on the news. You see it every day. It's repeating itself. I feel like we're in the '60s, and I wasn't even alive during that time. So
Mhm.
to me, I just see that when I see that as a black man, it hurts me because I'm like, we've been through so much with the other side. And to see a sister or even a brother do it, it's like it hurts my heart because I'm like, we should be having more unity amongst each other. And yet I'm sorry, I just told one of my friends, he calls himself being pro-black, and I'm like, black and sit here and date and be and married to a white woman. You can't do it because you're with the person you're fighting against. And
True.
to me, um, it just hurts my heart as a black man. There was black men who were beaten and castrated and all kind of things, um, because they looked at a white woman. Now you're freely walking around and dating them. And then the same thing with black women. You were used as nothing but, bed warmers for white men, and you were used as nothing but sexual objects to white men. And yet now you partake with them and do all these different things with them. Like, it's a little bit of an issue with me.
Well, I always grew up, my mother always told me never date outside my race, my mother. But elementary school, middle school, high school, all I saw was no one really caring about color because I grew up in Washington, D.C. So there were white people, black people, Filipinos, Islams, Muslims, all kinds of different ethnicities in all of the schools I went to. So when you saw an interracial couple, it wasn't like this big thing, even if you saw some homosexuals. But then as I got older and when I started my YouTube channel, and I saw how much hatred that black men have for black women, I started to be like, damn, because what they were doing was they was encouraging other black men to discontinue dating black women altogether. And I couldn't understand why they would feel so comfortable with not dating black women, even though they experience so many negative things with black women. And so I've been on YouTube about 8 years, and this year was the worst for me in relation to YouTube. And black men
I've seen a little bit.
yeah, the black men drug me through the mud on YouTube. So I had to switch my fan base around because for many years I supported black men, and now I don't support black men as much. And instead of instead of being bitter, I decided the proactive thing would be to get men to come onto my YouTube channel and talk like how we're having a conversation now. What are you doing?
My fault. So, my mom was talking to me. I'm sorry. I'm listening to you. It's my mama. It's my mama.
You why you pause me? You should have been like, pause. Tell your mother I said what up.
My bad. No, I was listening to you. I was listening to you.
You need to go?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to use the platform, my YouTube platform now, to be able to see to hear about the inner thoughts that black men actually have in relation to black women. And what are they really thinking? Like, what are you guys really experiencing out there? Because I experience racism from black men, not nobody else. So who are y'all experiencing from? Black women?
Right.
Like are black women giving you a hard time?
They're giving me, yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Look, Sansaray, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be a little transparent with you. I'm trying to get in the light. Okay, I'm super dark. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So, when I don't know what to say, because it's like I love sisters so much, and it's like, but they do give me the hardest time, and I think it's because when I was younger, Sansaray, I was a little thuggish. But as I got older, I'm more calm. My daughter came. My daughter was born. cut everything, and I mean everything. I was doing street life, left it alone. So
Mm.
I'm a bit of a softie now. So when it comes to relationships, I'm real mushy. I like to be up under my girl, and I like my girl up under me, and I like to rub feet and backs, and I just like to make her feel good. So a lot of sisters, they, like I said before, they're not used to that. So because they're not used to that, they just buck at it, and they're like, I don't want that. You too soft. So that's my biggest thing. Like,
Wow.
consider the soft. So yeah, sisters give me a very hard time with that.
Well, I love that stuff. Like me being a nice person, men have ripped me apart. Me being catering and standing and soft and fragile, they have
Right.
killed that. Men have killed that, I promise. Um, but I still like the soft part of being next to a man, being in a relationship with a man, but men don't give me room to be fragile no more. So now I have to be like rough. I can't
Right.
be a softie. I
Yeah.
can't be like, oh baby, I love you. I need you to hold me at night. I can't do that stuff because they consider it weak. They consider it corny.
Yes. And a lot of sisters do the same thing. They're just like, yeah, you too soft, and I need you to be harder. And I'm like, okay, but when I was hard, I did get a lot of attention when I was harder, though. I kid you not,
Yeah.
a lot of attention. But when I became the softer dude and I got married and everything, even my wife at one time, she was like, I'm doing everything. One time, she had went out all day, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do something real cool. I ran her bath water. I got the oils out. I was like, okay, I'm gonna hook her up. She came in. I don't like this soft shit. Well, what? It was just, it was crazy. That's my biggest thing. I'm just, maybe I am too soft. I don't know.
No, I don't know. Like men have been feeling like certain things make them look gay. So they probably train the women to not want certain things.
I'm gonna be honest.
Um,
There's a lot of things that are going on that are suspect. So I think um, there's also a lot of things that aren't suspect. Like when me and my bro see each other, we hug each other. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of dudes, they got partners and they're like, oh no, man, I ain't hug, my partner like that's doing. Nah. Me and my boys embrace because me and my boys got this thing where this might be our last time seeing each other, bro. Let's embrace, let's love,
right,
let's be cool. So,
right.
but a lot of black men don't know how to deal with that. And like I was saying before, um, a lot of black men don't know how to love, and that's the biggest
Right.
issue. Is a lot of black men don't know how to love, and a lot of black women don't know how to love because they didn't get the proper training at home. It starts at home, you know that. Um, and if they didn't get that proper teaching of how to love, then they'll just go out in the world and just destroy it because they don't know how to love. And that's at the end of the day, I think that's what everybody looking for. Black men and women, they're just looking for love and acceptance.
Well, I remember I told you I haven't been in a relationship in 6 years, but I had a life partner. Me and him was with each other all of the time, and I used to love on him so hard, and he never said "I love you" to me once. I remember a guy that I used to date for a little while. We used to go out on a few dates. We did that for about 3 months. He contacted me maybe last week,
Mhm.
and we were talking about love, and I said, have you ever been in love before? And he was like, yeah, my son's mother, but I haven't been in love since. He said, have you been in love? I said, yeah,
Right.
I've been in love, but it never has been a point to being in love with somebody because I never get love in return. Like, I don't remember the last time I was in love with somebody and they was in love with me back. It's had to been since I was like 22. I have loved someone and they actually love me back, and it just hasn't happened.
I'm gonna be real.
So,
I've never been in love,
wow.
even when
Not
I was
even with your
married.
child's mother?
No, No.
Wow.
And the reason I say that is because now I think I could be, or potentially I could date a woman and fall in love with her now. But the thing with my daughter's mom is I loved her, but I was never really in love with her. Even when she had my daughter and everything, I thought, okay, I'm a fall in love with her, and I was like, did not happen. And I
Why
was
did you get married? I don't understand. Why did you get married not in love?
like, I think I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real gangster right now. It's I got married to her. It wasn't out of convenience. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was I thought I loved her, and I loved her, but I wasn't in love. I thought I was in love with her. I thought I really did. I was like, oh, I'm in love with this woman. I could be with this woman, and then after a while, it was like, nah, I don't know what it was. I really don't. I think I fell in love with just having someone. I
do
think
you
that's what it was.
do you think women have more? They have more of a capacity to love than men do.
Hmm. Me and my boy just talked about this the other day too. Yeah, yeah. Women are made. Women, it's in y'all DNA. Like it's in y'all DNA to love hard. That's in y'all DNA. Uh, Men, we're supposed to be the rough riders. We're supposed to be the hard ones. Y'all made of sugar and spice. Y'all made of all that gooey stuff, and they all supposed to be the softer side of us. But actually, lately, I've been seeing the flip side of that. I'm seeing a lot of men are softer and a lot of women are harder.
I know. I'm starting to see that too.
Yeah, I see the flip side of that. Like a lot of my partners, I got single partners, and they're like, "Man, I'm a softie, man. Like I'm not trying to be the street dude anymore because I met him. We okay. I'm not gonna lie. We hustled together. So together, we just got this bond, and then we just stopped hustling, and then we decided to be family men. Some of them been married and whatnot.
Mhm.
Um, them their biggest thing is like I'm a softie now, and these women ain't responding to it. They want the thug. They want the guy that beats them every. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not that guy.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
not that
define for me
guy.
wife material.
Oh my goodness. Uh, a female friend about this too. She asked me the same question. Um, Wifey material. Wifey material. She would be compassionate, loving. Uh, Definitely. I think the biggest thing for me, you gotta accept my daughter. If you can accept my
Mhm.
daughter, that's a big thing for me. If you can accept my daughter, I'm with you. And she gotta have a
What
personality.
about
I'm a
tolerance level?
tolerance level as far as what?
As far as most men think that women who are wife material are submissive and can put up with a lot. Do you feel like that's
Yikes! Black women and submissiveness. Uh,
let me just say for the record, me personally, submission
are you
is
submissive?
what I was. I was very submissive, and all that did was get me walked over. I got treated really bad.
So now you're not submissive now.
Now I'm still submissive, but I have to be submissive. I have to be inside of a marriage. I'm not going to give that to just any guy. I'm
I
easy
dig
to
it.
deal with. I'm easy to deal with, but some stuff I'm not putting up with. Like you got to show me that you a king first. Once you show me you a king, I'll submit. But you got to show me that you worth all that.
Got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
So go ahead. What else is wife material? Submission, right?
Uh, she gotta. I'm not gonna lie. She gotta be a beast in the bedroom. Seriously, like she gotta be a bully for real, for real. Um, because I have no bounds, especially when I was married. Boy, I'm just saying. But
so so
that,
you want a freak. You want a freak, you just don't want a freak that twerk online.
yeah, twerk in the living room in front of me. We gonna keep it in the house. We ain't gotta spend it nowhere.
That's funny.
Just living room, babe. I feel like twerking. Okay, do your thing.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna sit
can
here
tell you.
while I'm gonna watch you. I'm on my left eye. I'm gonna play the PS4 on my right eye.
Well, most women who aren't posting twerk videos don't twerk in private either. Trust me. They don't. Like, I have no interest. I don't even know how to twerk. But usually people say, well, not people, but usually guys I've been with, they say I'm pretty decent in bed. But I don't know anything about twerking. I don't know none of that. None of that.
Right,
So
right.
I don't
Okay.
know. I mean, but to be honest with you, most of the guys that I used to date that end up treating me bad and were not with me, the women that they ended up with kind of look like exotic dancers. They
Mm-hmm.
dress like thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
They
I've
look.
been with a few. I'm not gonna lie. I've been with a few strippers. A few.
How you
Um,
like that?
it wasn't bad. Okay, one was real bad. Like Cesar. When I tell you, she bit me, Sunset. Like
She
it was
bit you?
she bit me. Like we were arguing one day and she just bit me, and I'm like, yeah, no. So
What kind of freaky shit? What type of freaky ass shit you been doing? Fuck is you good? Well, you
my
must have liked it.
relationship, I'm not gonna lie, my last relationship ended because she tried to fight my mom.
Your mom?
Uh,
So you was dating a vampire
I don't listen.
or a zombie?
You know, see, that's what I'm saying by I'm a good, decent dude, and I just meet these horrible women. I don't know what. Again, I met the sophisticated women, the women that had corporate jobs and different things when I was thugging. Now I'm a nice guy. I get the strippers and the 4 and 5 baby daddies and yeah, might as well stay.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh Lord.
When when you're an asshole, listen. Remember I told you the whole thing about charisma. Charisma. Well, most guys who are thugs, right?
Mm,
I think it's the element of them somewhat not giving a fuck that appeals to women.
yeah,
Is
because
it?
I didn't give a damn. Like I
I
was with a
know.
few. I had 4 or 5 other ones somewhere else. So
Yeah, so I think the competition with these women to where they're like, oh, I know he has other women, but I want to change him. I want him to pick me out of all of these women. I think that's what women, they want to feel special, like they won something, like you are a prize. So, okay, right now you're a nice guy. My suggestion to you is to and I'm sad to say this. I'm sorry I have to say this to you. This is just so bad. Okay. It just depends. Do you want quality or quantity? If you want a lot of women or if you want a better pool of women, you're going to have to make sure that the women you are talking to understand that they are also other women. Do not make a woman realize that she the only one you got. You see what I'm saying? Until y'all been dating for a long time, make her think that is more than one of you got more other women. That's what I think you should do. And even the one you really like and the one that you're scared to lose, still make her think that you got other women. That's what I think.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that.
Try and see what happens.
I haven't tried that because, like I said, when and I make this point to do that out of respect. When I'm talking to a woman or getting to know a woman, I try not to talk to any other woman because I just feel like it's disrespectful. I can't get to know you and I'm talking to 4 and 5 different other people. Like I can't do that.
I mean, do that. What? Listen, you're gonna have to do that at the
Right.
beginning. Always focus on anybody until you see one that's being extremely consistent. Like she would
Right.
have to really be like she'd have to be doing something that's very different from the other girls for you to even consider getting rid of all of the other ones. But make sure that everybody knows that it's more than one person.
Got you.
And I bet you're different. Bet you they start acting like, oh, well, I gotta do my best.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I recently I was talking to someone. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this long distance thing. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. And it was bad. It was a disaster. Like it didn't turn me off of the idea. It was just like it was bad. Like she was real clingy. Like clingy. Don't get me wrong. Like I like my woman under me, and I like to be under my woman, but I don't like a clingy woman. Like that annoys me.
Okay. Define clingy.
Clingy, constantly calling my phone, constantly texting, constantly oh, I gotta be up under you every 5 minutes. Like, no, I got things to
Okay.
do. I'm just saying, I gotta everybody gotta have their space. I just can't have my woman under me all the time. Like I need you to back up a little bit. Stop texting so much. Stop calling me every 5 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
I Go ahead. Tell me the rest of the story. You was telling me a story.
Okay, so she lived in Detroit, and like I said, I live in Cali. So yeah, it was super long distance and out of attention. She wanted phone calls and texts and different things, and I work a lot,
Mm-hmm.
so my timing. And I have a daughter too, so my timing is like horrible. And after a while, she started talking to this other guy, and I was kind of like, okay, well, wait a minute, like I got a little jealous, so I confronted her about it. She got upset, and the last message she sent me was, uh, "You're crazy. You should have took more time to get to know me. And, I was giving you a chance." And it was just like it was bad. I felt bad because I was like, man, because she was really cool, but at the same time, I'm a busy dude. Like, I'm trying to stay focused. I'm trying to, do everything necessary for my daughter. I'm trying to.
I don't understand how a woman who lives long distance can be clingy. I don't even know how you could.
The texting. Oh yeah, you can still be clingy from long distance. Yeah, you can.
Well, I mean, it's a long distance situation. Y'all don't see each other, so texts are supposed to be more frequent.
Text me. Let me call and text you. Let me miss you a little bit. Let me miss you a little. Like you constantly calling and texting. What are you doing? Where are you at? I'm at work. I'm with my daughter. I'm at home with my mama. I'm taking care of my mama. So if you just yeah, you can be clingy from a distance. I didn't think it was possible either, but
Wow. So, all right. So we're out of time, right? So here's my question, my last question for you. And I appreciate you doing this video chat with me. And depending upon how everybody respond to it, will depend upon whether I ask you to come back. And I just started doing this last week. So anyway, my question to you is, what should I call this video? What should I title this video on my channel?
Diary of an Angry Black Man.
Shut up. You didn't even come off as angry this entire time. Like, that is not going to what? And I already have a video on my channel called that.
The angry black man.
No, it's called Diary of a Tired Black Man. It's like two parts. And it's this guy in Atlanta and he's complaining about he's telling these true stories
Oh,
about women
I
and
seen
it's
that.
just
I love that actually. I love that. Um, what should you title it?
what were we talking about mainly?
We
Just
talked about
basic. I know that's why I'm like that's the main problem I've been having with these Google Hangouts. I don't even know what the name the video, and so this is my
uh,
first time asking.
mm,
It's harder than you think.
different
It's
names.
hard as
It's hard.
hell.
Call it single black man.
That is so blank. You know what? Never mind. I don't know what you even talk about. So anyway, I really appreciate you doing this, and when I do post it, I want you to make sure you share it, okay?
I will
And
do that.
hit me up. Hit me up later on Facebook. I'll send you the link to this later on, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
And then we're gonna talk. I want you to watch it and then reflect. What you say?
I'm a hit you up later anyway because I need to talk to you anyway.
Okay, so make sure you watch this and then give me feedback. All right?
I got you.
I appreciate you doing this. Everybody, thank you for watching and make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Have vision and stay focused. Namaste.